Okay, so I'm going to talk about how to get a transcription using Adobe Premiere Pro. If you're a grad student um, or professor, chances are you're going to have access to this through your university. So Adobe Premiere Pro actually is a video editing software. However, they have this special feature of being able to transform audio into transcriptions, which is really pretty cool. So you can go into this and you click on New Project, and you can name it whatever because uh, eventually you're going to actually just delete this once you get the transcription. So you have the project, and then you're going to go into what you want to transcribe. So I'm going to do this one just because it is short, and you'll see how this works. So I press create after I click on what I want transcribed, and this is actually audio recording. So there's no video to this. It's strictly just audio. So once I say create, it uploads the audio, which should hopefully just be pretty quick. And then what you see is the audio is down here on the bottom. However, you can don't even have to think about that. The important thing is it will transcribe the audio for you. And there'll be a transcript as well as captions if you wanted to put it on a video. However, for our purposes, all we care about is the transcription itself. Um, so I've already gotten it so that it will automatically start transcribing. If this is the first time you do it, it probably will just ask you if you want to transcribe, and you'll just go ahead and click yes. So once it's transcribed, as you see it here, what's really cool about this is it actually can detect how many speakers there are, and then it will tell you actually not only the words, but also in between it says how many seconds there is pause between these sections. Um, so it does that. And like, for instance, there's a long 13-second pause here, and it notes that. Now, so this is helpful in this format if you want to see the pauses between what is said. For me, I sometimes I could use this if I want to do some discourse analysis. However, most of the time I just want the transcription. And so then what I do is from here I go export and I transcribe it to a text file. And so then what I can do here is I can just name it part 2, and then I save it to my downloads. Now, when it saves, it's going to look like this. It's going to be a text file. And this is actually going to look pretty similar to a Zoom transcription. So here, I'm going to copy it. And then I have a video about how to do this, but you can take it and put it on Excel. You copy it 3 times this way, and then you can clean it up really quickly using a function called, let's see if I can find it here. Go to special. Go to special, you find the blanks, and then you delete entire row, delete the blanks, and all of a sudden you've just got the whole transcription here, and then the speakers, and then I just delete these are timestamps. So I'm going to delete that, and then I put the word here, delete this column, and there I have it transcribed, and then I can copy this and put it on a Word document. When I do that here, I choose the text only and then there are no spaces, and then that's transcribed. So in this case, they don't do a great job in being able to detect that there's actually two speakers here. But I will show you the transcription is actually pretty decent. So this is the original audio. Okay, so the original audio is this. Should be able to hear that. And if you listen to this, so I could write more efficiently. Do you want to say about why you did it? Like,
sometimes I felt like whatever they said, I could word it better than them. Sometimes.
okay, so how about you say, sometimes yeah, just write what exactly you said. Sometimes I also felt like I could reword what was said. Okay, so if you just listen to it, the transcription's actually very, very decent. However, in this case, they weren't able to detect that there was two speakers in there, so they put it all as one speaker. Now, the one I just did a few minutes ago, they were actually able to detect the two speakers, so I'm going to show you that one here. And so sometimes I think that is not as accurate. However, the transcription itself is pretty good. So if you listen to this one,
Why?
because it'll make us focus. And then later on, you can say that you were a real author when you were still 16 and almost 17 years old.
Sorry.
Reporting from Hume 2 on December 9th, 2024. Okay.
I gotta lock in. Let's do this.
All right, let's do this. Okay. Let's begin with reflections on that first day when microphones were introduced.
I read over
good?
this. Yeah, I read over this. When I was at home, and I didn't have any problems with it.
Okay.
That's 3.
Okay. And then this part we've already changed.
Yeah, I changed this part a lot.
Okay.
I mean, do you want to go over it or no?
If you think it's good, I mean, we could.
Yeah,
Wait, you did this at home?
Yeah.
Okay, because remember that I wasn't having it. Yeah, why don't you just read it?
Okay.
Okay, so there you actually see it does a fairly decent job detecting when I'm speaking and then when the other speaker is speaking. And I think because this one was a 30-minute transcription that I did, whereas the other one was 1 minute. And so I think within that 1 minute, they're not able to distinguish speakers nearly as well. But with this one, I think with two speakers, if there's just an interviewer and interviewee, it actually does a decent job and be able to detect the two. So that's kind of hit and miss whether Adobe can do that. But the transcription itself, again, I think is fairly good if you think about this as the first run. One thing you will notice is they take out things like and pauses and hesitations, and Zoom transcriptions do that as well. And sometimes what they'll do is like it says speaker one and speaker one. So I'm speaking in both of these, but they break it up either because it's a long pause, or sometimes they will break it up if there is one of those words like in there. And so you'll notice that. And the other Zoom or the other video I made talks about how you can clean that up on Word in a way that doesn't take too much time. All right, so hopefully this helped, and email me if you have any questions. Thanks. Bye.